Hey my witches, I'm back with an unboxing video. This was kind of an unexpected kind of thing because I was going to do for today the decks I'm working with for May and June, but then yesterday I was at McNally, which is like a Western Canadian bookstore, and it's one of my favorite places. It's like awesome restaurant and everything, and I was with a friend and we were walking around and then I saw this deck and I was like, I gotta get this deck. So I picked up, and I've seen this before in Hemmed and Hawes, but I saw it yesterday and I was like, no, I'm getting this deck. It is the Byzantine Tarot. Awesome. So if you've been following me, you know that I really love medieval art. Like I studied it in university, along with medieval history and medieval literature and art and all that stuff. So I really love medieval and Byzantine things. I know for some people that the Christian iconography might be a bit of a turnoff, but I really love this stuff, and the Christian iconography doesn't bother me at all. I was raised Catholic, and I've always really loved like Eastern Orthodox sort of icons and pictures. So even though I'm not Christian, I still really appreciate these, and I don't have any problem with it. So I'm gonna open this up. It's shrink wrapped. They actually have the deck separate, where you have the box with the book in it, but then when you bought it, then they have the decks behind the counter, I guess because tarot decks unfortunately are often stolen. So I can't blame them for doing that. So I'm going to unwrap it so we can look at the book. It is, I believe it's Llewellyn. Oh no, it says Connections. Okay, and it is John Matthews and Scylla Conway worked on this. So John Matthews, I've seen his, some of his other work. I think he's quite a good writer, so I am pleased with that. This is the back here. It's actually different than the Llewellyn deck. You know how they usually open at the top? This actually opens like this. The box is kind of like flimsy cardboard that Llewellyn usually is. And there you have the book on top. And it is a pretty thick book. So it is 159 pages. Okay, so this is not a Llewellyn, it's Connections Book Publishing, which I haven't heard of before. So it starts with talking about the Oracle, about Byzantium, icons of light, so it talks about icons, and so it gives you a little intro about, especially if you don't know anything about, the history or whatever. The cards and their meanings, so it goes into elemental correspondences. It starts with the major arcana. As you can see, there's a little thumbnail there. There's some information about the piece, traditions, inner reading, upright and reversed. And then there's a page again for each one. So that's the major. Let's see if same thing, just one page for the minor, but still thumbnail. You get a little bit about the tradition in a reading, and then upright and reverse meanings. Let's see if there's any spreads at the back. Okay, there is. So entering the court, they call it, working with the Byzantine tarot. So I like too that the in-between pages, I don't know if you can see because it's fairly light, but they have like sort of that design that you see a lot in Byzantine type work. Embellishment. So getting to know the cards. There's Holy Fool spread. And then they have an example with a picture. What else do they have here? Ooh, Byzantium. So they have a map of Byzantium, and then it's around there. 14 cards. So they've got some different spreads in here. The Hippodrome spread. The 7 Pillars of Wisdom. This looks like a big spread here. 22 cards. So that's quite big. And then meditating with the cards, and then they have space for notes, which is really nice. So I'm impressed. It looks like it's going to be a good little book to read. So I'm looking forward to that. Then the box has a thing to put your cards in. So it's actually better than the Llewellyn boxes, which usually just have that little insert and then the cards all fall down. So I actually might keep this box to like keep these in, which is, didn't think I would, but I think I might. So all right, so that is the deck and the package, the box. Now for the cards, which like I said, I had to get because they were behind the counter. And they're shrink wrapped too. Gotta cut, don't cut the cards, Lou, because that would be bad. Yeah, okay. Just singing randomly to myself. All right, shrink wrap. Take that off. Okay, so they obviously come with just the sleeve on, which I can take off. There we go. Okay, so they are pretty standard size for tarot, maybe slightly long. I love the back here. The gold and blue like is such typical rich sort of Byzantine colors. Quite like that. All right. Oh, that one's a little chip there, but that's okay. All right. So this is the Fool. As you can see, I love like the gold leaf background. These are obviously taken from actual icons. And we have the Magus. I haven't looked for who these people are, but I'm going to guess that that's probably might be a representation of a priest or of Peter. Sophia for the High Priestess, who is sort of the embodiment of wisdom. And then for the Empress, we have Theodora, who was a very powerful empress. Her and Justinian, her husband, she was like a co-ruler. She was quite powerful in the Byzantine Empire. And I actually studied the mosaic that this comes from. And then here we have the Emperor, we have Justinian. And the Patriarch, okay, this is Peter. This is Peter. Yeah, that's St. Peter there. And then we have the Lovers, Adam and Eve. The Chariot. Justice. Oh, they have Justice as 8 in this one. So there we go. We've got an angel there for that. The Hermit. Hermits were pretty powerful and important at this time, or highly regarded. Oh, I love the wheel. It looks great. I love the style of art. I don't want to show you them all, but they're really, really great. Fortitude, Strength. Got the Hanged Man. I'm guessing that's going to be St. Andrew. Maybe. Death. I like Death. Temperance, of course. We have the Angel. Oh, that's quite a scary devil. That's a scary, creepy devil. Look at that. Scary, creepy devil. And we've got the Tower. The Star. I mean, I guess I'm showing you all the major arcana. So, there's baby Jesus. Got the Moon. I really like that, actually. See? The Sun. These are gorgeous. Judgment. There's the Ladder to Heaven. That's a famous one as well. And then the Cosmos with the tetralogical frowns. So, pretty typical iconography. Swords. Okay, I won't show you all. I'll just show you some good ones. Well, that is a weird one. They're all like imagery that you would see in like the background of some of the larger pieces. 9, 10. Then we've got Page, Knight. That's St. George. Queen. King. I think the majors, just looking at this. Oh, there's the staves. I think the majors are a little bit better than the... Oh, nice. But they're all taken from, like, some of these I recognize from, you know, being in the background of different illustrations from illuminated manuscripts or from icons or from other, you know, mosaics and things. There's the 10 of staves, just to show you. It's Page, Knight, Queen, there's the Queen. And, oh, I love the cup. Look at the cup. Very beautiful. And then there's the 2 of Cups. I just noticed something. The borders of the majors are kind of a gold, and then they're dark. They're like a bluish, like a dark blue around the cups, and then they're gray around the swords. So I guess they're trying to do like a slightly different colored border. Oh, I like that. I like the 8 of Cups. It's very pretty. So they've all taken little pieces. The pages appear to all be male, which I usually like a nice male-female balance, but that's okay. I'm not going to complain too much. And there's the coins. We have an actual picture of a depiction of what a coin would look like. All 3 of coins. I've got the ship. Okay, so it's like the merchants. So the swords are like the warriors. The staves are like government officials. Cups are like nobility. And then we've got the coins, which are like merchants and things. So again, there's the Knight of Coins. Queen and a king. King coins. So there we go. The cardstock, I have to say, is pretty good. Like it's a little better than Llewellyn, but you know, kind of close, but a little bit better. And I like the size. I'm loving especially the majors in this. So I even bought it just for inspiration with artwork because I really like working with this style, and I love all the colors and things. So I think I'm going to really enjoy working this deck. If anybody else has this deck, give me your thoughts on that, or you know, your opinions or whatever. So I'm not sure when I'm going to be working with this, just because I have the lineup of decks I'll be working with, but I am going to put this aside, and I'm going to, you know, look at this and work with this, but I quite like this imagery. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to be featuring this week on my Etsy site. I'll let you know when it's up. I'm starting to do email readings. So what I do is you can get what's sort of the equivalent of a half-hour reading, which is like a general reading, which is like a 10-card spread, plus I use 9 Lenormand, and then also pull Angel card and a couple of Oracle cards, and I'll put that all together, plus 1 3-card question, and that's all in an email. And I usually sell that for $30, but this month I'm going to be selling it for $20, and that's Canadian, so if you're American, that's quite a deal. And then on, I'm also going to do what I call the year head spread, which is usually about $50, but I'm going to be selling it for $40 for this month of May. And that is a general reading plus a 12 card of the year. So, and you get 2 3-card questions. So I think that's quite a deal. It's something new that I'm trying. So I hope you like it. If you're interested, check out the Etsy shop. If not, skip past this. Anyway, I will see you all next time.